What happened when I went to the mountains? I was in the mountains in the middle in Canada, so basically I would take a trip to head there to risk trying to join my vacation this year. When I went up to mountainside, basically it was a long mountain. I'd been sick, I was trying to climb it, and it was pretty fun. I said it was really fun. I said I've been scrapped by my friend. So my friend's the name is Jake, and of course Jenna. Jenna said he basically said,
"Is pretty crazy. It's like as a lot of snow in the middle of the mountains and meddling in the cold side."
One of my friends said that basically, and if she said obviously I miss speaking to you, can I come up in a mountain? I made it, finally made it to top, and I have Escalade said I made it to the top. And I basically when I got to the top I was waiting for my friends to wait to come up, and I miss guy wait. Did Jenna win first? And I said she made it. Then physically Jake basically came the last, and I basically said you came last, and Jake said yeah, but it's pretty high, right? Then we went walking to the middle of the snow in the mountains is really cold, and I basically said it's very cold, right? And one of my friends said why is it's very cold. So we continue walking. I find out her like a stepping noise, and I tell my friends, did you hear that? My friend said why is I hurt you, and I could be her like a snow stuff. With all my friends we told her we hear things, but I basically do I cannot risk wait till I hear things like I do, is like think I heard things, but I don't know if it's true or not. I hear things. And I basically don't know someone is spying on us, and it was like soda goes or something. My friend started to say there's no goes around the ghost no exist. A vesicle is getting dark, and it was still snowing on the middle of the mouth to the middle in Canada, so it's going to grab a flashlight to see things. Then can I get my flashlight? And I start to flicker in the middle of the dark in the middle of the mountains, so I kind of miss the mountains. Whenever you must go down to the mountain center vista clearly I heard step up again, and I misplaced it. If my friend said you heard again, and we started to hear full steps, obviously don't know if. And we continue to walk down mountains, and we continue to go down there, and we finally almost going to get made it, and obviously I told my friends that vehicle you need to be careful. We continue to walk in the middle down, and it was very cold, and I can't even hold myself in the middle of a cold. And I told my friends I'm very cold and have no choice. Then we start to walk in the media mansion, and we continue to walk there, and we finally made it inside. Finally we turn on the whole lights and turn the furniture to give us people warm. Then I turn up the fire, and obviously we finally warmed this leave. You finally would have had to give up hot chocolate, and I cut ass out of the drinking. I've asked why. I said, when are we finally have hot chocolate? And a hibiscus said it was really good. I said, and I've been sickly. I told my friends are going upstairs to go take a nap, and I just have to get some wood. So I went outside, and when I went outside, and I saw a couple people in there in the distance. Can I continue walking? And I took a little bit steps, and I obviously don't know who is that. And I saw a couple of shadows, people wearing a hoodies, and I kind of freaked out, and I said, hey, who are you? Then they start to say a word.
My name is Duv. We just physically come here to visit me, to come to find you, because we belong here in the middle of cold. And obviously, I want to say something to you. Then I continue to chase you, and I receive, I'm the only one that was calling you in the end up in the mountains, and I had come to see you.
Square was freaked out, and I guess brand new was you do that full time, and obviously I refused to take a step, and I don't know what's going on, and I biscuit. It was just a guy dressing you. And then I took a few steps, I'm start to run, and I saw the middle of a snow. It was very cool, and it was in the snow. Start to the snowman way more, and the biscuit refused to run. When I was running in the middle of the snow, the two guys will continue to follow me, and I missed it with the wood and metal. The middle of the snow Sky refused to hide. Then I was in the woods at Mystic. We did was to shuttle guys, and I viciously don't know what they want from me, and I will continue to hide, and I'm trying my best to stay quiet, not to see any. They continue to trying to find me, and I trying to stay quiet. I did speak to continue to walk. I know a cantina walking. Then I continue to pick a scab what I was trying to take a step, but and I finally run, and I refuse to run, and I continue to run in middle of the woods, and then I continue to run, and I ain't search war running middle of them was, and I continue to run them way more, and I continue to, and the shadow people start to walk, and I basically when I was continue to sneak, and I was trying my best to sneak, and obviously I finally made it to the cabinet, and in the shadow people start to see me, and I missed. They continue to see me, and I continue to run, and the shadow people start to run at me, and I've been sickly, I continue to run, and invisibly, and I was so freaked out, and I told her they were going to. Then the shadow peoples to continue to chase a man finally made it today for the mansion and I come to know to close a door shutting. Then I saw a shadow people they continue to knock, and now they're starting to knock my door really hard, and I continue to freaked out. I told my best friends that we know that's a lot of. Then I basically said get out of my, or I call the cops. They continue to know the shadow people start to walk away, and the shadow guy he started to walk away, and I basically when I list ways kind of scared that basically I do is going to come in. Then the shadow men start to walk, and now it's hard to walk away, and I basically don't know what to do right now, and I should say I'll call the cops. When I start the shadow start to walk away, he starts run, and I respect that, and finally safe, and you will never see that shadow again. When I finally escaped, I said my friend said are you okay, and I visible said why is there my best friends they know said every finally safe, I'm glad you're safe right now. What does it mean of the daytime from you refuse to go up against the mountains again? And we went to the old way to the car, and now it starts to snow, and I was pretty fun too. Then I requested that we saw a shadow guy, and I asked when I was trying to get with, and I said it when I saw a couple of shadow people, and I've been sickly of start to freaked out, and it's clear into the woods, and the shadow people they start to look at me when I was starting to take a step in and run, then the shadow people start to run, and I have. Then when I didn't want to risk without sending this what happened, and I'm never going to see the shadow and eyebrows guy in front of me save my friend said he going to lose again close to every winter, and we wish I could pack our stuff, and we ready to go to leave, and I have so much fun, and it was just way too creepy. And now it's the most creepiest sea shadow people, but that's okay, even though it was pretty funny this time it is creepy. I will never going to go to that place ever again. Cannabis Collective one more time is my last time.